A living revocable trust is a great estate planning tool. It's created by you, the grantor, during your lifetime. Just like a will, it spells out exactly what your desires are in terms of your assets, dependents, and heirs. The big difference though, however, is that a will only becomes effective after you pass away, and then it enters probate court. A living trust bypasses the costly and time-consuming process of probate. It then allows your successor trustee to step in and basically handle the same way how an executor would be with a will. Carry out the instructions that you wrote out in your estate plan. The successor trustee would also step in if you were unable to manage your health, financial, or legal affairs due to incapacity. So think of your living trust as an empty container when you first create it. We see many people go through the estate planning process and create a living trust, but don't fund them properly. Meaning, the assets you want to go into the trust have to be titled correctly. Deeding your house into the trust or titling your bank accounts into the trust are good examples. Now you can customize a living trust in many ways. You can have your beneficiaries get the money or assets outright when you pass away, or you can have the trust hold on to the assets and pay the beneficiaries over time. Depending on your family situation, you can also design the trust in many different ways. Typically, you or your spouse are the trustee. You're able to handle the affairs and manage the assets as long as you're alive and well to do so. If you pass away or become incapacitated, a successor trustee steps in and then handles your assets and your affairs. So obviously, this role is extremely important. It needs to be done by someone who can be trusted. It can be a family member, a friend, or you could even hire a third-party corporate successor trustee if you don't believe you have anyone to get the job done properly. So before you sit with a lawyer, it's ideal to think about what you're trying to accomplish. And it's very important to understand that a living trust is a living document. I mean, you're going to have a lot of revisions of it during your lifetime as your needs and wants change. There might also be legal changes that make you want to have a revision or an update to your estate plan. So you have to think about some of these questions. Who do you want to handle your affairs? Where do you want your assets to go when the time comes? Do you believe that your beneficiaries are able to handle your assets? Are any of your beneficiaries someone with special needs? Do your beneficiaries have alcohol or drug abuse problems, a gambling addiction, a bankruptcy, a bad marriage, and so on? These are very serious and important questions you have to ask yourself when getting your estate planning done. Horizon Advisors is a financial planning team that's helped hundreds of families get their estate planning done correctly. We can talk you through your goals and your family situation and even help with the funding step of the process. We work with a group of attorneys who are well versed in this area of planning. So if estate organization is something that you're very serious about getting done correctly, feel free to reach out to us and let us help you. Thank you.